Hello everybody and welcome back into the kitchen for another candy making episode here. I finally got myself some candy molds. I think I've got this dialed in. Learned just enough patience that I don't burn the sugar. So let's see how this works out. Today we're working on lemon and red Thai pepper candy. So yeah, here we go. Got some little tiny gummy bear molds. They say they are rated for hard candies. Got some little Lego molds, and we'll get to all that in a minute. But standard candy recipe here. I've got 2 cups of white sugar, 3/4 of a cup of water. I'll be using 3/4 of a cup of light corn syrup. And today I've got 1 teaspoon of freshly powdered red Thai pepper and 2 teaspoons of lemon extract. So here we go. I've learned that part of this is I need to wash the stove, but anyway, part of this is starting things off at 3, no higher. When I get to the end, I bring it up to 4, no higher. Gotta have patience making this candy if you don't want it to burn. So, things are on 3. I'm going to start by throwing in my 3/4 of a cup of water, to which I'm going to add my peppers and the lemon extract. Although technically the recipe says to add flavors at the end, I've been doing it at the beginning and it works for me. We're going to add to that the 3/4 of a cup of light corn syrup and 2 cups of sugar. Alright, the next part of this adventure is a lot of patience because seriously, do not take it above that halfway between medium and low. It's clearly marked as a 3 on my stove, but anything else you're likely to experience boil over and all kinds of wonderful fun stuff to clean up later. Yeah, so we'll be getting back to this in about 45 minutes, but it'll be seconds for you. So now that this has been going for about half an hour, we've got it up just over 200. I'm going to slowly bring the temperature up to 4, and seriously, that's where I stop. You never want to smell that burnt sugar in the house again. That was nasty. But keep an eye on it for the next 15 minutes or so, and then we'll hit that sweet spot at 300 and start pouring this out. Alright, so we've got it to just over 300. No boilovers, no mess to speak of, so fantastic. Now I get to try using this little eyedropper and a few other devices to fill up my candy molds. Right on. I'll just take the thermometer out of here. Start with a ladle and these Lego people, I guess. Huh. Not quite as messy as I was thinking, not quite as neat as I was hoping. Almost enough to fill that guy up. We'll see how they turn out. Oh, it's sticky. That's why I was afraid this might not be a good idea. And over the gummies to our giant Lego man here. Well, ladle seems just about right for him. I'm surprised how long this actually stays workable. I've got a lot of little candy strings everywhere. Alright, now for the bit I'm really curious about. So these little gummy bear molds came with an eyedropper that in theory I used to fill these suckers up, but that's not necessarily working out so well. Just fill that up again, try this. This candy stuff is really hot. Maybe something with a plunger would have been better there. Alright, so we're going to try pouring this into these little bears and using a scraper to flatten it out. pretty sticky. In case you're wondering if I ever think this stuff out before I do it, here's your answer, and the answer is no. So these little bears are all going to have some pretty jagged edges on the back sides, I think. So that's interesting. Alright, moving on. Try it again. Oh, I'm spilling off the edge there already. Not good, not good. Work with the candy. Work with the candy. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced this was a good idea, but it does sort of seem to be working. Larger cookie tray or something, so it's not quite in my way. Alright. I guess in the end you go with what you know. Pouring it out of the pot seems to be working best for me, but these are the largest of the molds, so let's be fair. Might be time to get some candy cookware. A little pour spout on the side of this wouldn't hurt. So here we can see most of this has set pretty firm. The Lego block's quite interesting. Obviously I didn't get that one completely full, but it came out nicely. I'm very impressed with that. The one little gummy bear figure that I actually eyedroppered in there came out pretty clean. The rest of these... Train moment. It's always train time in our town. Beware when crossing the tracks. Anyway, the Lego pieces worked out fairly well. It's just a little guy here. Clearly has the look of a Lego man. I feel like I'm competing with the train horn. Wow. This one is going to take a little longer to set, so I don't have it popped out. But all in all, I'm going to say these silicone molds were well worth the money. I did try this with ice cube trays. They're no longer with us. It's the best way to put that. Spend the extra couple bucks. Get hard candy rated candy molds if you're going to do it. Lots of fun. Definitely starting to get it dialed in, and much to my delight, no smell of burnt sugar to be found. So a quick survey of the family, and it's been determined I should take off the head of the Lego man. Let's taste this candy. This is pretty good. It doesn't have the initial "hello, I'm a lemon" candy that I was hoping for. It's way more obviously a pepper candy, but those red Thai are nice peppers. They got some good heat to them. Yeah, definitely getting this candy thing figured out. So, all in all, lemon and red Thai, I would say it's an acceptable flavor. I would say I need more lemon in there if that's what I want to be the star of the show, as it were. But, yeah, that worked out alright. These candy molds worked out alright. The eyedropper part of it, not sure I'll be wasting my time with that again. Maybe I'll try a large soup spoon or something and see if I can keep it a little bit cleaner. Anyway, that is an adventure for another day. Thank you all for joining me, and go have some fun in the kitchen. Make some candy.